Greetings everyone. Today I'm going to explore around Capitol Hill, but first we gotta find coffee. That's awesome. I think we're gonna try a new coffee shop today, and we're gonna try this one here. Ghost Note Coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, see ya. Bye. All right. First sip of coffee from Ghost Note Coffee. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, yeah, it is good coffee. Yes. Always happy to know that the cup of coffee I bought is good coffee. As expensive as coffee is these days, you know. All right, we are on Bellevue Avenue, and today I'm going to explore the section of Capitol Hill that's between Broadway and the freeway, I-5. Gonna get my steps in today, so we'll see how long I'll film this walk. Gonna walk for thinking I might walk for an hour, but I might not film for that long. Maybe I'll film for 30 minutes. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so this is the intersection of Bellevue and Olive Way, and I am going to walk east from here. If I go that way there, that will take me to downtown Seattle, all the way to the waterfront, past Peck Place Market and all of that. But I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna go this way. And here we have Uncle Ike's Pot Shop, one of their many locations. I think they have 4 locations. I could be wrong. I know that they have one in the Central District, just a few miles east of here. There's one in White Center, which is in west or southwest Seattle, and another one in Lake City. And I think it was the Lake City one that had been robbed quite recently. Wow, what an interesting garage and parking situation there. Yeah, I think it was that one. There's been a bunch of robberies at pot shops lately. Not just robberies, I mean, people are shooting. The robbers are shooting, at least in one news story that I read. Hula hula. This looks like a fun place. Haven't walked this part of Capitol Hill in a long time, which is partly why I am deciding to walk here. So the time is about 9:20 a.m. right now, and the temperature is 37 degrees. It's a little bit chilly, although I will say that yesterday it was really chilly. So, you know, 9:20, 9:30. That's quite early for Seattle lights. People are still sleeping. So there's not a lot of people around. If you go that way there, that will take you to South Lake Union, where Amazon is located. But we're not gonna go that way. We're gonna turn. We're gonna go straight, turn right, and go straight. So if you look straight, you can see the water from here. Elliott Bay, and I can actually see the Olympic Mountains from here. This is interesting. Here you can play table tennis. And I'm not sure what activity or sport you play on this table. Same thing, maybe table tennis with 4 tables, 4 sides. I'm not sure. Lots of pot shops in Seattle. We just passed the second pot shop. And of course also lots of Starbucks. Left hand side here is a Starbucks with a parking lot, which is sort of rare in the city. So it's nice that there is a parking lot, and I believe this one has a fireplace as well. Yeah, been there a few times. So I'm gonna keep walking east, climbing this hill here. One thing I'm happy about today is, from looking around, it looks like there isn't any fog. Maybe there's just a trace of fog. Seattle has been having heavy fog for, I want to say, at least a week, and it just ended like yesterday. Yesterday I noticed that things are looking better. Air has been real stagnant, you know, unhealthy. So really happy about air quality today. You can see the Space Needle there. And hotcakes. This I guess it's a cakery. If you have a sweet tooth, or if you like cakes, molten chocolate cake in particular, man, that place is amazing. All right, I'm making my way up to Broadway. I'm gonna walk up to Broadway and mosey around that area. Hoping the audio will be okay, because now there's a lot of street noise. And you know, it is what it is, right? So we're about a block away from Broadway, and I have to make an executive decision. I can either turn left and explore the north end of Broadway, or I can take a right and head south towards the college and towards Cal Anderson Park and that part of Broadway. But I can also go straight and go to East Capitol Hill to 15th Avenue where all the shops and stuff are. What will I do? Sort of depends on what I see once I get to this intersection, I think. But I am tempted to go right and head south and walk to the college, Seattle Central College, and go a few blocks until I get to Pike or Pine, and then head west again, make a full circle that way. All right, so here I am, Broadway and Olive, which actually turns into John once you cross the street. And across the street to the right, that's the light rail station. So I'm going to walk south on Broadway. Part of why is I wanted to see this up close here. Dick's Drive-In on Broadway. So they're in the process of renovating Dick's Drive-In from what I know. So be interesting to see what it looks like afterwards. To the left here is where all the new apartments are, these shiny new buildings, and also the site of the Capitol Hill Farmers Market. Takes place right in the middle of all of these buildings here, and along this street here, Denny Way. And one day I'll do a tour of the Capitol Hill Farmers Market. I've been meaning to visit more farmers markets. People seem to like the farmers market walks. I did the Ballard one not long ago, actually a week ago, and that was fun. I like going to the farmers market. I like going to markets in general. So to the left behind these buildings, that's Cal Anderson Park, of course, and this here is a Link light rail station. The Capitol Hill one, you can catch it here or across the street. I'm not sure why, but the fingers doing the walking there, that reminds me of a combination of the Yellow Pages, remember, for old school folks out there, Yellow Pages phone book, and KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think the color scheme of red, black, and white reminds me of Colonel Sanders. This is a Seattle streetcar. This runs along Broadway, and then it swings right on Jackson Street, which is about a mile, maybe 2 miles south of here, and then it goes west to Pioneer Square to Occidental Park, where it ends. So this is one of those walks where do I make this a medium length walk or a long walk? Because I can keep going straight and then take a right. That would make for a medium length walk and video. or I can cross the street, go left to Cal Anderson, also explore the parts that are east of Broadway and make it a longer video. It's an internal struggle that I have. We'll see though. I'm definitely hoping to get in about 10,000 steps. That's my goal today, to get at least 10,000 steps in, which is 3 miles. But yeah, as you can see, I've decided to walk along the college here. Look at all this brick. This is a lot of brick building, brick sidewalk, a whole lot of bricks. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we're gonna find out. They're doing something. Hey, you guys. Is it safe to walk along the sidewalk here?
Yeah, you can split right down there.
Oh, I can go straight here, right?
Yep,
okay, thank you. Yeah. All right. It's safe. I'm not sure what they're doing. Wow. How you doing, man? Hey, what's going on here?
We're putting the HVAC unit up.
Oh, okay. Just making sure things are good, huh?
Yeah, we're placing the old stuff up there.
Yeah, right. All right, man. You have a good day. We're working on the HVAC stuff. It's necessary. So this is Seattle Central Community College, and it used to be called Seattle Central Community College. Back in the day, all the community colleges in Seattle had the word, all of the colleges had the word community in it. So, you know, Seattle Central Community or Seattle Central College would be Seattle Central Community College. South Seattle College would be South Seattle Community College. And I don't know what happened, but they decided to remove the word community. And that applies to other colleges outside of Seattle as well, including Bellevue College. Bellevue College used to be Bellevue Community College. So I know a lot of people have asked me to tour the college, and I may do that. At some point. And I have, let's see, I have to make a decision here. So right now I am at Broadway and Pine, and I can either go right, and after a few blocks take a right, and that's where I began this walk. But since I haven't been to Capitol Hill in a long time, I'm going to travel to the part that is actually east of Broadway. And furthermore, I have to say what's up to Jimi Hendrix. Haven't said hi to him in a while. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? All right, Jimmy, I'll see you again soon. So speaking of Jimi Hendrix, there's actually a few places that honor him, that commemorate him. There's a place by the Central District, or at the southern end of the Central District, where there's a Jimi Hendrix stuff and I'm gonna venture out to that area someday. But also there's a cemetery where Jimmy was buried that I need to visit, because my next door neighbor growing up, she was actually buried at the same cemetery. So I'm gonna visit my neighbor and Jimmy. All right, so here we are at Cal Anderson Park. Let's see what the action is like here. What time is it right now? Oh, it's 12 minutes to, let's see, it's almost 10. Oh, about 12 minutes till 10 a.m. And this is the scene here. Let's see what Seattle lights are doing. See what Seattle lights are doing today.
It would be dead, huh? You know, if you don't got it, you know who got it. Just either her or Levon.
Just gonna walk around this park. People playing soccer. There's a soccer game going on. 2 soccer games looks like. And what sport is this? Straight ahead here. Is it cricket? I'm not sure. Let me know if you know. I would guess that that's cricket. And here you have tennis courts and basketball courts, and people are shooting hoops here. So it looks like the people are shooting hoops here. So I will tell you this, come here a lot, but not as of lately, because I've been walking in other parts. But this is very, very different. Very, very different from a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, when the protests were happening. The scene is very different. That's awesome. Wow. That's awesome. Well, let's do this. I'm not gonna go all the way through this park, but I will walk up to this building here, and then we'll check, after that we'll check out the community garden and head back south. I'm walking north right now. Let's see if there's any graffiti on this building. And let's also see if there's any water in the reflection pond. Well, yeah, there's some graffiti, of course. People can't seem to leave buildings alone. Yeah, there's graffiti, and there's water in the mirror pond. I mean, there's been water in this mirror pond, but I remember the days again a year or two ago when there was not water. Things things were looking bleak, dry for Seattle during those times. But there is water today. So since I'm at a park, since I'm at Cal Anderson Park, I guess I can call this a semi-review. People have asked me to review parks, visit parks more, review parks more. And I've been collecting my visits to parks. I don't, believe it or not, I actually don't upload everything that I do, believe that or not, you know, including all the different parks that I visit and everything else. I don't do that. But I did recently visit Jefferson Park. I went there for a walk, and I filmed that walk. I began to make somewhat of a review of that park, but then I was like, I'm not gonna post this one, or maybe later I will. In that video, during on that walk, I began talking about why it is that I don't review parks. Seattle has so many parks, and naturally it seems like that's something that I should do. These are the wrong shoes to be wearing here. Oh my goodness, good lord, why do I do stuff? Why do this? I do this for you. There's a reason why I don't go to certain parks, or many of the 300 plus parks in Seattle. There's so many parks here, but there's for me, a valid reason. And I'll get more into that as we go. But yeah, I will do more parks. For now, I will just share with you that there's just something about parks that makes me apprehensive. It's a personal thing. Parks that are wide open, like this one, or Jefferson Park. I love parks like this because it's wide open. I can see everything. So anyway, I'll share more about that as we move along in our time together. Table tennis is still here. Table tennis is still here. Where are the paddles? Where are the balls? Of course, they're not going to leave those out here, but it's still here, and you know, you can play table tennis here. The restrooms, of course, they are all graffitied up again. Of course. And it's not, I mean, you know, vandalizing public property or private property. Neither one is right. But I mean, if you're gonna you know, if you're going to do something like spray paint or put a mural on someone's building, at least do a good job. I don't know what happened to all the good graffiti artists in the 80s, 90s too. Seemed like the graffiti was just next level compared to the graffiti artists of today. The stuff I'm seeing on the buildings and stuff is just, I don't know. Times have changed. Times really have. I don't know why. Here, I'm gonna go back. I think this is a more interesting walk is along here. See what people are doing. Yeah, this looks so different from a year or two ago. Nothing stays the same. Absolutely nothing. So stating the obvious, but this is turning out to be a long video, which a lot of people like these longer videos. Maybe they're into who's that YouTuber in New York? Action Kid. Let me know in the comments if you watch Action Kid. Action Kid, he's a walker, one of those you know, walking YouTubers. I think he's New York based, but man, that guy, he goes everywhere. And he's just like, he walks 24/7. I don't know if that guy sleeps or eats, because he's always walking. I'm going to show you some of the paint that's on these walls here. Yeah, it's been this way for as long as I can remember. This building, or these buildings. Lots of graffiti here. And this is a place where some people that I know, they work here. I think it's like a print shop or something, I'm not sure. But the way I found out was I was walking around one day, and just like I'm right now, and these guys were on their lunch break or something, like, yeah, what's up? And so I said, yeah, what's up? And yeah, that's how I learned that actually more than a couple, at least three guys from what I recall, that they work here. So all right, so we're at the corner now of Pine and 11th, and we're gonna cross the street. Maybe I'll cross the street up here. Yeah, I'll cross out here. We're gonna walk by the police station. We're gonna walk by the East Precinct and talk about how nothing stays the same. Good Lord! Click on some of my videos from a year and a half ago. It's like a different planet. Again, no, that was during all the protests, you know. But I never would have imagined that they would actually remove the barricades and the chain link fencing and all of that here at the East Precinct. I never would have imagined. There it is right there. I'm gonna wait here to cross the street. I never would have imagined. Look at it now. This is a liquor shop, but I don't know if it's still in. It looks like it's still open. Liquor and wine right across the street from the East Precinct. So not in a million years would I yeah, go crazy. All right, so I'm going to walk south here on 12th Avenue, and I will either take a right or keep going another block before I take a right after I get to the next block. Waiting for this light to turn. There it is. Here it is. East Precinct. And yeah, this is what it looks like today. I'll point out a sushi restaurant for you all. Give you some food options here in Capitol Hill. Momiji right there. It's a pretty good sushi restaurant, Japanese restaurant. Same owner as Yumi Sake House in Belltown, although I will say that I much prefer Yumi Sake House. The quality's better. I mean, it's pretty much the same menu, but you know, ooh, what a nice little Datsun 1600 truck. Takes me back in time. Look at the seat cover. I love seeing stuff like that. It brings me back, you know, to my childhood, or at least high school. Yeah, so it's not bad. It could have, you know, it's not always bad there. It's just, I feel like they lack consistency. And consistency is, to me, the mark of a good restaurant. When I go to a restaurant, there's expectations that I have, right? There's a, you know, for me, I want to experience what I experienced prior times that I went there. I want the food to taste the same. I want the service to be good, just like it was last time, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the service is always good there, but the food, like that calamari, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna walk one more block This is Bai Tong Thai Street Cafe, Thai restaurant. It's pretty good. Bai Tong's pretty good. We eat there sometimes. Oh, this place is cool. Chop Row House. This place is cool. Look at all these outdoor seating. Yeah, Chop Row House is a beehive of shops and restaurants. Someday I'll come back and do a tour there. I don't want to cover everything in this video because then you won't watch my other videos and then we won't be able to hang out. And that wouldn't be much fun, would it? Anyway, I wanted to walk here to take a up close and personal look at this car dealership here. This place sells high-end cars, luxury cars. Alfa Romeo, Maserati, just to name a couple makes. And across the street is Mighty Old Donut. Now if you go that way by a few blocks, that will take you to the Central District, and going this way here, that is First Hill. So this intersection is sort of like where Capitol Hill meets First Hill and sort of meets the Central District. Anyway, this is what the Alfa Romeo dealership looks like today. The glass is back. It was boarded up for a long time, and quite frankly I didn't know if they would ever remove the plywood from these windows, but it's nice to see it back in its original state, I must say. All right, so straight ahead are a couple of shops that I'll point out. Actually, there's three, and the first one is across the street, and it is called Likelihood. Right there to my left. Likelihood is a sneaker shop, and if you are a sneakerhead, that is an awesome place for you to check out. They have all sorts of sneakers there. Oh wow, you can see a long line forming at Chop House Row. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, people are getting up now because it's closer to 11. What is it? 11:20, 11:30. All right, so across the street is Racing and Coffee. It's a bike shop that sells coffee. I've been meaning to check out that place. Actually, I've been there before once, but I'll need to revisit soon. And then here you have an awesome donut shop. General purpose donut shop next to Frankie Joe's, which is a vegan, it's a plant-based ice cream shop. Plant-based ice cream. So if you're vegan, I know that at least one of my viewers has commented that, hey, point out some vegan food places. And while this isn't exactly a restaurant, you know, it is a vegan food place. So for ice cream, that's a good spot. I actually like going there. I like their ice cream a lot. I know they have at least one other location, and that is in Ballard, and I've been to both, and they're both good. Both good ice cream places. All right, here is a tea place, Drip Tea Cafe and Concept Store. Been here a few times. It's a good place if you like You like tea? Boba? You know, boba is a big thing right now. Across the street, I believe the name is Betsu Tenjin. Got ramen there maybe a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago. Really good ramen. Really good ramen. I'm gonna cross the street and check out a couple of things that are on this side of the street here. And Sweatbox. That's got to be a fitness place. Next door is a tattoo shop, tattoo parlor. Yeah. Barboza. And bok chicken. Order and pick up from this window here. They have a few locations. It's a good place. If you like chicken, it's a good place. All right, so from here I can go straight, and that would take me to Cal Anderson. That's looking east. That's north. And we're gonna head west. Head back west. I don't know if you can see from here, but the gas station across the street, Union 76, gas currently is $4.37, which is crazy. All right, so this is like a it's a clothing place, and they have a lot of sneakers and stuff here. Bait. Check this place out once. So they have a lot of besides sneakers, they have, I don't even know how to describe it. They have a lot of stuff like, well, what you're seeing in the window here. No. A lot of apparel. That's the word I was looking for. Shoes, clothing, apparel. And this is Capital Coffee Works. I'll get coffee here one day. My goal is to cover all the coffee shops in Seattle and all the parks. If that would ever be possible. Because there's so many. There's so many coffee shops here and parks. Alright, just waiting for the light to turn here. Look at that poster. Wow. Now we're on the corner of Broadway and Pike. $4.37. That's crazy for America, I think. I mean, yeah, for Europe or other parts of the world, that's cheap, but for America and what we're used to paying, that's a lot. Because Americans are so dependent on, we're so dependent on our cars, we we need our cars to traverse this great big land of ours. This ain't no France. Can't hop on the train or walk everywhere. Well, I'll walk everywhere. I walk a lot. But that's not what we're talking about here. All right, so now we're back west of Broadway. This is a very comprehensive tour of Broadway. This might end up being my longest video ever. If it makes it past the 1 hour and 2 or 3 minute mark, I think that was my longest video so far. I made that video just a week or 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a Pike Place walking tour video, which if you don't already know, I do a lot of Pike Place Market tours here. I do monthly tours. So far there have been 13. I began the series last year, January of 2021, and my goal is to keep it going, although I'm in the process of thinking about how I can revamp the series. Anyway, if you've been watching my videos, you might know what it is that I'm talking about. All right, so I'm now at Pike and Harvard, and now I can see, or sort of see, downtown Seattle from here. I'm gonna point out all the stuff across the street. Yeah. This is a brewery here. During the summer, you would see a lot of people sitting outside and hanging out. And to the left, there's a Stitches, which is a fabric yarns place, and the Honey Hole next to, or a few doors down from that. And it looks like the space next to the Honey Hole is for lease. Look at that. Wow. That's prime location right on the corner too, across the street from Salt and Straw. One of my favorite ice cream places. Too early for ice cream, unfortunately. I mean, never too cold for ice cream, but sometimes it can be a little too early for ice cream. You don't eat ice cream in the morning. I mean, you can, but ice cream is no pho. Now, pho, you can eat pho. You know, pho is a dish that you can eat any time of the day. Pho can be served as breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And some people eat pho twice, 3 times a day. Amazon Fresh, Capitol Hill location. This place definitely was all boarded up in the past. All boarded up. There's a Mercedes dealership here next to Amazon Fresh. There's another donut shop place here. Coffee and donuts. Half and Half Donut Company.
Were you charged extra for
Half and Half Donut Company, it's called. There's another coffee shop there. Kaladi Brothers. Maybe I'm not saying that right. Maybe it's Kaladi. Let me know in the comments how I'm supposed to pronounce that. Kaladi. It's sometimes hard to know which syllable to emphasize. So Capitol Hill definitely has a lot of coffee shops, as you can see. We walk by so many coffee shops today. Be fun to do a coffee tour. I would have to span that over the course of a weekend or several days or something at least, because I can't imagine drinking coffee at every single coffee shop. That would be, to me, that would guarantee mud butt. Nobody wants mud butt, right? Too much coffee is conducive to mud butt. Here's what an alley looks like. Kind of random, but you know, in case you were curious to see. And across the street, that's what it looks like. Yeah, people are starting to wake up and be out and about. That's an awesome dog. I love bulldogs. All right, so we're back to Bellevue, and if I take a right here and walk a little bit, that will take us back to where we came from. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go east a little bit more, but I at least wanted to stop by and say hi to Nirvana. Let's say hi to Kurt and the boys. Yeah, let's say hi to Nirvana real quick. What's up, fellas? Ding 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 ding. That was awesome. Man, I miss the 90s. I miss the grunge era. We're definitely in a high-tech era right now in Seattle. But there was once a time when Seattle was a music town. And that was during the 90s. Alright, I wanted to walk in this direction here to sort of piece things together for you as far as how Capitol Hill is situated as it relates to downtown Seattle. Because from here you can see downtown Seattle. You can see this is Six Arms restaurant here, by the way. Pretty popular restaurant. But from here, yeah, you can see the convention center. And if you keep walking straight, that will take you to Pike Place Market. In fact, I could see the Pike Place Market sign straight ahead below the arch there, the walk bridge, arboretum walk bridge there. And that is how you would get to Pike Place Market from here, from Capitol Hill. And this, of course, is Starbucks Reserve Roastery and Tasting Room, one of two locations. A lot of people aren't aware that there are two locations. There are. This is the Capitol Hill one, of course, and there's one in Soto. And I'll say this about Starbucks Reserve: I'm not a Starbucks coffee person. I don't prefer their coffee at all. But and I like supporting the small guy, right? But I will say that their coffee at the at Starbucks Reserve is good. I think they use different coffee, different beans. It's a premium coffee, and it's very good. This restaurant here, Terra Plata, is that what it's called? Ate here once last summer, actually, for a friend's birthday. We sat at the top rooftop, and really nice restaurant, great food. There's a bunch of great food places here, in fact, at Melrose Market. And the other awesome food place is this place here, Taylor Shellfish. One of two. I believe there's just two locations. There's one in Pioneer Square, where Pioneer Square sort of meets Soto by Lumen Field. Awesome place for happy hour. Awesome place if you like oysters and seafood, shellfish primarily. So this is the entrance to Melrose Market. There's a Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in there you can check out. But I'm gonna stay on the outside today. Wow, this has been a long this has been a long walk. Some of you like these longer walking videos, you know. I like to call these walking videos my walk and talk show. To call it just a, you know, a walk show wouldn't be accurate, and to call it talk show wouldn't be right either. This place here is a cafe, but they sell clothes, merchandise, it looks like. Yeah, so the walk and talk show is what I like to call it. And moving forward, one day plan on having guests on this show. I'm gonna do, there's Cherry Street Coffee House right there. There's so many coffee places here, like I said earlier. So yeah, I plan on having guests, and we're gonna do interviews, but it's gonna be more of a side-by-side style interview where someone will be walking with me, and we're gonna talk about stuff. We're gonna learn about Seattle, coffee, food, parks, life, and other things. This is the Pine Box. You can learn about this place, learn more about it online, but what I can tell you is that this place is awesome for hanging out and drinking beers and throwing down shots. You can sit outside as well. I don't want to overwhelm these walking tours with narration. Sometimes that's how I feel. I'll say a few things about something that's in front of me, and sometimes I say more, you know, more than I should probably. But the truth is, I mean, and I know there's value, and you know, people appreciate me narrating. But the truth is, if you really want to know a lot about something that you're seeing from my walks, you can go online and punch in whatever it is that you might want to know more about, you know. Yeah, that's the beauty of living in modern times. The convenience, rather, because it's not all beauty right now, is it? Oh, look at this apartment building, Melrose Court. It has like a 70s 80s vibe to it. All right, so this is a freeway entrance here, northbound I-5, and in typical Seattle fashion, there are tents at the entrance to welcome you. To welcome you or to say bye to you, one of the two, right, or both. This is a plant shop here. What is the name of this plant shop? I don't see a name. Oh, maybe it's over here. I like plant shops. Clickbait Club? No, it's called Greenhouse. We are closed. See you again in the spring. Okay. We'll see you in the spring, because I do want to check you out. I like plant shops. There's space there for a lease. And this place I've not been to. Oh, Pie Bar. Huh. This is Pie Bar. Okay. Fresh pies. I've heard a lot about this place. That's awesome. Have to give them a try someday. All right, so we're back to Bellevue and Olive, and I'm gonna swing a right and go a couple of blocks, and that should take me back to where we began, back to Ghost Note Coffee. Now, what I'll say about my walk today and the road ahead for me as far as today goes is it's going to be an interesting day for me, because I'm not going to be eating breakfast or lunch today. In fact, I'm going on my 4th day of doing this thing called intermittent fasting. I'll go ahead and share this with you. Yeah, intermittent fasting. And I'm doing it because, you know, I want to shed a few pounds. Got to get rid of some winter weight from 1 or 2 winters ago. And it's why I'm walking even more, and I'm starving myself. Essentially, that's what intermittent fasting is, right? Just starving yourself. So yeah, no breakfast. I mean, coffee doesn't count. I can't compromise. That's a sacrifice I cannot make, is the coffee. But yeah, so no breakfast, no lunch, and just coffee and water. And if I really have to cheat, I might just like munch on some nuts or a slice of apple or something. That's the plan. So we'll see how the day goes for me. It was difficult at times during the last few days, but I am going to stay strong and do it for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks. We'll see. See what happens. Anyway, thank you so much for walking with me. I know it's been a long walk. I'll have to check later to see if this ends up being my longest walking video or longest video altogether so far that I've made. But no matter how long it is, it's never going to be as long as Action Kids videos. That guy, he like 3-4 hour videos, you know, some of his videos. YouTube is just like, it's awesome, right? It's so much variety. Anyway, just gonna close out here and say thank you so much for walking with me in Capitol Hill. Until next time, take care, be well, peace.